What's up guys, it's Paralyzer here. Today we're playing a brand new game, Core Keeper. Now 1.0 for this game did just release and we're going to go ahead and give it a go today. It is a survival type game and I played about 5 or so hours into the early access version of the game and I really enjoyed it, so we're going to go ahead and give it a go today. Let's go on and hop into the game here. Let's enter the world name. We'll just call it the same name as the channel, shall we? We need an icon here as well. Let's go, if they got like a lightning bolt anywhere, that would be cool, or not. Probably not, right? That would be a bit much to ask. Okay, let's just go in the heart, I guess. I don't know, there's not many other symbols there. We have standard, hard, or creative. I kind of want to play on hard mode, you know? Tougher monsters and greater rewards sounds pretty fun. I always love a challenge, so let's make it difficult. We'll keep all of this stuff normal. I don't want to ruin the game by changing these things around, and I don't really know what they do. So we're just going to leave that as normal. World Seed, we could put something custom in. I don't know any custom World Seeds off the top of my head, though. I'm just going to leave that as it is as well, and we're just going to hop into the world. In terms of character creation, we have standard or hardcore. Now, I'm not going to play one life. I could try, but I would definitely fail. At least for this first playthrough, we're going to play on standard. If I really enjoy it, then maybe in the future we play on hardcore, but definitely not today. Let me go ahead and create my character. I'll be 2 seconds. Okay, and then finally we have to pick a background, which is basically the sort of perks we're going to start with here. So we can start as an explorer, which gives us +3 running, +1 small lantern. We can do miner, which gives us a pickaxe. Fighter gives us a sword. Chef gives us a cooking pot. Gardener gives us a hoe and a watering can. Fisherman gives us a fishing rod. Ranger gives us a bow. We have mage, warlock, and nomad. Now, I think my personal choice here is going to be mage. When I played in the early versions, magic was really, really OP. So I'm going to go and use magic to try and, you know, be as OP as possible, especially if we're playing on the hard difficulty. Things aren't going to be easy here. Okay, I've already seen the intro before. I'm not too interested in the story of the game. I'm more of a gameplay kind of guy. If you like the story, then, you know, you can go watch the intro cutscene somewhere else. But we're just here to play the game and have some fun. As you can see, we're going to teleport in right here. Is me. Now, I have a staff, which is going to be very useful. And we have a little bit of food to start with. First thing we're going to do here is punch wood, because we're going to need wood. It's going to be very hard to see here as well, so I'm going to craft some torches straight away just to make things easier to see. The basic principle of the way this works is there are some altars here, as you can see, with different, like, bosses, essentially. And once you've killed each boss, you get like a little reward from the boss, and you put it inside of the crystal slot in here. And doing so unlocks some things that you can buy, but it also powers the core. And once you've beat all 3 bosses, you put enough power into the core to unlock the outer layer, which takes you to more bosses, I'm guessing. We actually never got to the outer layer. When I played Early Access, I only was able to beat these first 3 bosses, and then after that we unlocked the outer layer, but we never went there. So we are definitely going to be exploring that once we do get there in this world. However, I do feel it's going to take a little bit of time, especially because we're playing on hard difficulty. Definitely doesn't make anything any easier. Let's go ahead and make ourselves a pickaxe and a shovel and a crafting bench. We'll pop the crafting bench down and we'll make ourselves some wooden armor as well. Always a good idea to make some armor early on, in my opinion, just so you have it. You don't want to be dying too easily, because it is really easy to die in this game. Now, other stuff that we need here is obviously copper. So we're going to have to get to work on that. I'm going to bring the crafting bench with us for now, just because I don't know exactly where I want it to set up base. Let's go to the right here, just because I see quite an open area. I want to make sure we put some torches down. Obviously, we want to get a lantern as soon as possible so that we can actually see where we're going. But for now, I'm going to have to place torches down every once in a while. Okay, we hit an explosive block. That's going to blow everything up. That's going to get us a bunch of blocks. That's actually one of the reasons I wanted to dig over here, is because I saw those explosive blocks. Okay, this enemy looks really difficult. Okay, we were able to kill him after one stop. That's not too bad. We have a slime here as well. Oh, God. Okay. Oh, that's not my staff. So this is why the staff is really good. I can just keep my distance and just like that defeat the enemies without having to ever worry about it. Why does it look like this is where the boss spawns already? And I've only just played 2 minutes and we're already here. Is this where the boss is? Or is this just a very slimy area? I didn't play hard mode last time, so I don't know exactly how this works. Like, if it's going to be way more dangerous and there's going to be a lot more slime areas that I have to be very careful of, you know? We're going to find out, I'll tell you that much, because it is not easy. But as you can see, the staffs make this much, much easier. And yeah, I mean, obviously melee combat is always going to be OP compared to range, unless you have some sort of close range, like, parry mechanic, like Grounded did when we played it. So it's going to be interesting to see, like, if we end up ever going for a melee build, or if we always just stick to ranged because of, like, how OP it seems to be, in all honesty. Being able to just avoid damage is pretty goddamn good. Nice little critical hit there to do some extra damage. But yeah, for the start of the game, we're just going to start off collecting copper. Because we're going to need copper in order to kill, like, in order to make better gear to kill enemies. And I'm killing these slimes to gain slime from them, because again, that's another resource that we definitely do need. There's also a crafting skill, which we just leveled up, so that's nice, I guess. I'm going to break all these little barrels and stuff, and you are going to see that I'm going to pick up some pretty good stuff. I just picked up a level 3 chestplate already. Nice little upgrade to add to the collection. Now, there is differences here. Like, this is 4 armor, 6 health. This is a ranger tunic, so it's better for ranged attack, but it's 7 armor, 10 health, and range attack speed. Now, it is technically better than the wood armor in terms of everything, so that's why I'm going to wear it. If there was a set bonus for the wood armor, though, you know, there'd be a chance I'd consider keeping the wood armor on. However, there isn't, so it's just not worth keeping. But as you can see, these barrels are really OP. Whenever you find these in the game, you should always break them open. You get so much OP stuff. Like, look at all the stuff I just got. Just got a level 2 pouch already, which gives me 5 extra inventory slots. Also increases my health and my movement speed. Yeah, these breaking open and exploring different cave areas is definitely the best way to play this game. You'd rather do that than, like, run through a... Oh, what's that? Core idol. Oh, right. You would rather do that than, like, just strip mine, like people would do in Minecraft, for example. Okay, that guy literally just spawned right in front of me, and he's a very dangerous enemy, so we've got to be very careful here. We just got to make sure he doesn't hit us, and when he hits some sort of wall is when he loses his sort of rock armor. So we're going to do that, and then he's going to hit the wall, and then he loses his armor, so we can get some shots off on him. And he's going to run again. We're going to dodge him. Pretty simple mechanics on these early game enemies. They're pretty easy to dodge, but if they hit me, I'm guessing I'm probably going to die, so we have to be very, very careful. And just like that, he's dead. And we get a new vest, the Witch Doctor vest. I'm not going to use this, because we already got a Ranger tunic, which is much better than the Witch Doctor vest. This is a summoning set of armor. And, you know, if I use a summoner's set, it's just not going to work out well for me here in the early game. I'm going to get obliterated by enemies. So we're going to avoid that. That's obviously you get to summon minions like this little bat that I just summoned. And they attack things for you, which is pretty cool. And you can increase, like, the amount of minions you can have and stuff. But we're going to avoid that for now, as summoner sets are typically lower defense. And when you're playing solo, you typically don't want to run those sets. Although, weirdly, you also don't usually want to run mage sets. It really does depend on the game, though, honestly, as to what you should run. I think this game seems to be pretty mage heavy. I think a game like Terraria, when I was playing solo, I would typically run a melee build if I was playing solo in that game. But you definitely could run mage builds at times as well. But it just sometimes, a lot of the time, it felt like you needed the defense. So you had to play the melee builds in that game. Okay, so as you can see, if I pull up the map here, we're not too far from home. You can see exactly where we are. You can see where we've gone. And most of the time, you can see stuff that you've missed as well, which is very nice. Like, the map will tell you certain areas that you've missed items. So I think it's telling me over here there's a little bit of cave I've missed, which there is. Let's go ahead and just build across. Very nice that if you hit water in this game, you're not at, like, a dead end. You can actually just build across the water. Ow. Okay, yeah, so getting hit is not good. Definitely hurts. That hit me for, like, 40 damage. Which is a lot of damage, considering those guys are pretty weak enemies. So we have to be very, very careful here. We got a lot of, like, grass blocks from that, interestingly. What are these? These are a new pair of pants, aren't they? We need those. So I'm going to be risky here and trash stuff. Ranger pants. Okay, we have 2 pieces of ranger armor now. That's really good. But yeah, I'm going to be risky early on here and trash stuff. Probably not something I should be doing. But we don't really have anywhere else to put it, so that's the way it's going to be. I don't really know which items are good or bad to trash. I'm just kind of hoping that I'm not trashing the wrong stuff. We leveled up our running just now. I am going to run home, though, and drop stuff off because I just feel like my inventory is full, and it is a bad idea. If I can avoid it, I want to try and maintain as many items as I can. Also worth noting, I'm going to collect a lot of mushrooms here in the early game because I noticed while playing that mushrooms are so common that you might as well just live off of mushroom soup for your entire life, in all honesty. We're also going to eat our food rations now that we're getting hungry here, to make sure we're regenerating health. Now, obviously, I don't really have an area for a base just yet. We're just going to dig out, like, little areas here and just start placing stuff down, and we'll kind of improve the base as we go. But I like having it near the core, as the core is, like, easy to get to, and there's a bunch of stuff that warps you back to the core. So it just makes sense to have it here, if that makes sense. So we're going to make ourselves a furnace, and we're going to smelt up our copper ore. Luckily, in this game, you do not need to have any sort of, like, fuel for your furnace, so we can just smelt stuff without any worries in the world. We'll clear out a bit more area while we do smelt that. Why did my... Oh, we just found a chest. But we don't have a copper key for said chest. Okay. That is very lucky to find early on. It took me a long time to find one of these last time. Let's just put it up here for now. Once we find a copper key, we can unlock that chest and see what goodies are inside. I'm sure it's going to be worth it. I'm sure it'll be very, very good. But for now, we will have to wait because I just don't have a way of opening it right now. Why was my screen shaking for a second there? It felt like that was weird. Anyways, we want to make all of this stuff here, but we need copper bars. So we're kind of just waiting on them to smelt. And now we're going to make... Let's make the salvage bench first. Let's move the torch out of the way. Let's move the torch around the back here. And let's also make a chest, because I have no inventory room right now. And let's start dumping off some of the items which we want to keep. And then we're going to salvage items that we don't want. So this is a duplicate book. We don't need it. I'm never going to use the witch doctor stuff, to be honest. So we're going to put all these things in here. And when we salvage them, you see we get a bunch of different scrap and resources for doing that. So it's definitely recommended, at least in the early game, to scrap quite a lot of the duplicate stuff that you get, because you are going to need as many items as you can get. So it's just very, very useful to scrap stuff in order to make as many items as you can, you know? We're going to make 2 chests, and I'm going to use one of them to store all of the, like, resources of the game inside. And we also have mushrooms that I want to put in the cooking pot, but we need more copper to craft that. There we go. Can I craft it now? I can. You'll notice that because the chest is nearby, it actually drags from the nearby storage to craft stuff, which is very, very useful in this game. I'm a big fan of that. It's something that Grounded had, that this game has, that I really like. It doesn't work, I don't think, as far like of a reach as Grounded had, but it's still great nonetheless. So we're going to take our mushrooms, and we're going to put them in the cooking pot, and we're just going to split them. That's going to get us 14, like, mushroom soups. It's not an amazing food item, but for the early game, it's good enough. You'll notice here as well, I was able to upgrade my workbench. So I can't get rid of this old workbench, I don't think. Not that I know of anyway. But we can upgrade to the copper one, and you'll see on the left side here, we can switch between regular and copper workbench. So that means I never need this regular workbench ever again. I am going to keep it in storage, just on some off chance I can find a way to salvage it. But as far as I know, there is no way to salvage it right now. We're going to go ahead and put our copper bars in here. We're going to put our tin in the furnace. You'll notice I didn't put it in my inventory, so it's still on my mouse. And then I can just click it in. I don't have to click it into my inventory when I'm moving it out of a chest. It's another very cool feature of this game that I really, really like. I think my goal first off here is to get a copper pickaxe. I think upgrading the pickaxe is very important. And now that it is upgraded, I might try and reinforce it as well. Let's see. Takes a copper bar. Okay, so if we use 4 copper, then we can do some reinforcing. Unfortunately, we're all out of copper after crafting the pickaxe. So if we want more, we're going to have to mine more. It's a good thing there's some right here. Although it's only a couple of pieces, so it's actually not going to be enough. Oh, it's 4 pieces. That's very lucky. Let's go ahead and move the tin. We are going to need tin to upgrade the workbench again. We do need a copper anvil at some point to make the armor from copper. We already got lucky enough to get a satchel, so we don't need to craft this one, which is very nice. A lantern would also be really nice as well. I think we're going to leave base again and go out and do a bit more exploring to see what we can find, though, as that just is the main thing that we need to do early on here if we want to progress in this game. As you can see, we've got a new food item here. This is heartbeats. And then we also have more copper ore. Now, you'll notice as we start mining more and more that there are a lot of areas that are very unique in this game. We're going to find places we might never see again that have unique items that we'll never find anywhere else. And that's something I noticed when playing that is like really, really cool. So I found like shrines, I found like an indestructible maze, I found all sorts of stuff. And then like either never saw them again or like because we didn't play for long enough, we didn't get far enough to see them again, you know? So this is a great example. I have no idea what this structure is. I've never seen this before. We're about to come upon some form of structure here. I have no clue what this is. What I do know is these barrels give great loot, so I'm going to break them all open in hopes that I get something good. We got a peasant chest plate. Now, that's probably one of the worst items in the game. The peasant armor's terrible, but, you know, we'll just trash it later. So what is this? It looks like some sort of musical sheet. I think I have to play music in front of this to open the doors, maybe. Which means we can't get in there right now. So we're just going to have to go around it. That is very unfortunate. I want to see what's in there, but it seems pretty, like, blacked out. So yeah, I guess we're going to have to find a musical instrument at some point and then use it to open up these doors. That's good to keep in mind. I definitely see some blue stone in there, which is like that waypoint stuff, I think. Could be quite valuable. I think, is it journey stone or something like that? I'm not too sure what it's called, but we have more cave here as well. We're going to go ahead and use our staff, obviously, because it's just really overpowered. Okay, we have a flower here that I want. Oh, we got this guy running at me. Gotta watch out for these guys. They can be sneaky. New talent point available in mining, so we get to show off the talents as well. We leveled up our running to level 6. We can only invest, unfortunately, in the top skill, none of the others, because it's a skill tree. This means plus 5% less food drained when running. Same with mining, we can only do the top one, which gives us mining damage. You can't fully see this because my face cam's blocking it, but there's a whole skill tree that we have to expand upon that has a bunch of different skills that we're going to choose from. And it's a very cool concept. It takes a long time to get down the skill tree, though. So it probably will be a little while before you see us getting into that and getting through that sort of part of the game. But yeah, it will take a little bit to get that. Ooh, we just got the Ranger hood. That is very, very cool, because that now means we have a full set of Ranger armor, which means +1 targets pierced by projectiles. Now, we're not using range, we're using magic, so I don't think that will apply to my loadout. However, I still think it's useful to have because it has more defense than the wooden armor we were using before. Took a big hit there from that guy. But yeah, it's just really nice to have a full set of armor for once, you know? And I don't know, it kind of looks cool as well to have like a complete set. Ooh, a crossbow. This game really wants me to play the Ranger build, eh? It is giving me everything it can in order to be an ultimate, like, Ranger loadout, which is crazy considering I started as a magician. The game just does not want me to be a magician in the slightest. It's like, please stop. Use our bows and crossbows, we beg you. We do have a little shrine-looking thing up here. This could be cool to check out. Let's have a look at what these ruins are saying. Valheim Meadows. Okay, so that's a piece of music which we just picked up there, which could be useful. My mining damage is too low to break that. Crystal skull shards. We're going to need those later in the game. I know what those are for. Okay, we're going to need to get rid of some stuff here. Obviously, you never want to get rid of items in this game, full stop, if you can help it, but right now, we can't really help it. Let's put the mushrooms in the trash can. Let's eat the bread. And that frees up the slot to bring the mushrooms back into the equation. I'm going to just get rid of the seeds. I don't think I'm going to be doing any farming anytime soon. Never really found myself doing any farming previously. I do want the other armor that we're picking up here because obviously, like, I can trash it and get resources from it. So it's definitely worth picking up. But you're also noticing, like, how difficult this becomes to manage inventory, right? It's very, very quickly my inventory fills up because there's so many items in this game that it is absolutely crazy. Yeah, let's put it in the trash can. Stuff in the trash can seems to stick around, so it's kind of like an extra inventory slot you can abuse to your advantage, which is very nice. We should definitely go home again, though, because my inventory, once again, is full to the brim. We haven't seen any of the bosses yet either, interestingly, but I'm sure we will come across them at some point. But yeah, really, really enjoying playing this game so far. It's very, very fun. I like the art style. I like just the style of the game in general. It is really, really cool and unique. And I'm excited to do like a full playthrough of this game. I know it's very different to the zombies that I've been playing recently. But, you know, I just really want to play this game. It's one I've been looking forward to. And I thought, why not, right? We can mix up the games on the channel and play multiple different types of games at once. I don't think it'll hurt. So that's what we're going to do, and that's my plan, is to play this game through and see how it goes. And yeah, there we go, a bunch more resources, and this game also has quick stack into chests, just like so, which means we never have to worry about inventory room. We've already got some gold ore, that's crazy. Feels like it's giving me a lot of really good resources early on here, which is really nice to see. I am running out of storage room already, however, so we're going to need to expand our storage area, like so, for more items. This is like where I get into the semantics, I guess, of things. And I'm like, okay, well, we need a chest to have all our seeds and food in, and then we'll move the crystal shard back over to the other chest. We also need to put our copper on in the smeltery so that we can get some copper bars. And the goal is to craft... I think I want to craft an anvil, you know? I think that's the next thing we should craft, probably. So that's what I'm going to craft. I'm going to put it over here. You'll notice there's a lot of crafting stations in this game. And trust me, it only gets more. So, yeah, it's going to be busy when it comes to the crafting stations. But yeah, you can see here we have copper armor here, which has 4 armor on the helmet, which isn't quite as good as what I have. 7 armor on the chest plate, which is the exact same as what I have. And 6 armor on the leggings, which is the same as what I have. So the armor I have right now is actually better than this armor. However, there is raincoat armor in here, which while does have less armor, it allows you to move around in slime much easier, which can be useful for the first and second bosses in this game. So we might end up using this armor, we will see. And then obviously I would preferably like to upgrade my sword. Probably won't craft the bow just because we have the wooden crossbow that I got. And in terms of shield, we might craft that. But there is another item that I really like that I would rather have in that slot if we can get it. But it might take a little while for us to be able to get, depending on how lucky we are. I'm also really looking to make a lantern. Why? Oh, see how, yeah, it doesn't drag from nearby chests, like, very far away. Put the lantern on, that's going to help just illuminate us a little bit and make things easier. And then finally, I want to make the glass smelter, and I'm going to put some sand in it as well. That's going to be a way of getting glass, which we do need. I'm not going to put it there, though, because that's just not a good spot. We'll put it right here. But yeah, as you can see, we need glass for all of these other crafting stations in here, like the egg incubator. We're also going to make a bed, because I need somewhere to sleep. We'll just put that, like, down here for now. These are really useful if you want to regen health. You can just lay in bed and look at my health going up extremely quickly, nice and easy. But yeah, I think I'm going to call the first episode there. We obviously didn't do anything crazy like beat any bosses, but I think it was a good look into how the game works, and hopefully you guys enjoyed it and you want to see more of it. I will be posting more of it. So yeah, if you've enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like on it. I will see you in the next video on the channel, whatever video that is, and I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you later. Have a good one. Bye.